Hello everyone, in this episode of ExcaliburCCGTV, we're taking a look at the top comics for October 16th, 2013. Get ready for this ride. Thanks for pressing play, guys. He's Randy, I'm Chris. We are talking great comics for October 16th, 2013. There is a ton of great stuff hitting the shelves this month. And we have some awesome things going on here, primarily our mega sale. Can you tell them anything about it, Randy?
We have October 31st through November 3rd. 3rd. Thank you. First.
One day.
One day
No,
only.
It's longer, guys.
No, November 3rd. We have everything in this store is going to be on sale.
Yes.
And it's going to be a progressive sale. So
Cool.
One day it will be one price with back issues, and they'll just, a little more off, a little more off, a little more off there. So back issues, merchandise like graphic novels, toys, cards, games, supplies, everything is going to be marked down here, and get it while it's hot.
Exactly.
That's one of those things. Come in here and make your list out right now. Get that ready, and come early, come late. We'll have books for you.
Yes. Tons of stuff. 10 to 75% off of things throughout the entire sale. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be so much stuff you can get. Make your list. We are rolling on. There's a ton of great comics hitting the shelves this week.
Yep.
We have big events we're going to talk about first. What do you want to lead off with?
Let's go through with what is our Infinity.
Yes.
The Infinity events. First up, we have, and maybe I'm getting these backwards, but Avengers number 21 is coming out, and we have New Avengers number 11 coming out. And I'll have to go back, and you guys should all go back and look and see which we need to read first.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they have both of them on the same line there. I think this is the first time we've had both of those come out.
Yeah.
We, sometimes we've had Infinity and one of the books come out.
Right,
so
right.
We'll have to look. They deal with different aspects of the universe, so it really shouldn't matter that much.
Right.
But in Avengers 21, we have the beginning of the final battle going on here. You've seen what has just happened. Man, that was something else.
It was awesome.
Yes, absolutely. We also have one of the empires here has fallen. And we have the rise of another empire, a new empire. I don't know which empire that might be. That's just my guess there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's from everything they've hinted at. That's what I'm going with.
Exactly.
Over in New Avengers number 11, we have Thanos making a little visit to Necropolis there.
Yes.
Checking it out, seeing what's going on. I don't know if that means that Thanos has defeated Wakanda or what, because that's the one thing that Wakanda refuses to fall, whereas everybody else does. We also have we've kind of forgotten about these incursion things that are going on, and suddenly, bam, it hits right in the middle of the this whole Infinity event. So they're having to deal with that as well as Thanos and all of his generals there. So it's a lot of excitement in those two Avengers books. We also have Avengers Assemble number 20 is going to be a tie-in. In Avengers Assemble number 20, we're going to be taking a look at the Uncanny Avengers.
Okay.
And seeing what's going on, how are they dealing with the threats that are happening throughout New York while these other Avengers are across the galaxy there.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You have like Thor and Cap and some of them that are off fighting across the world, so you're left with Wonder Man and Wasp and Scarlet Witch, and checking out, seeing what they're doing.
Okay, cool.
So I believe that's it with the Infinity tie-ins. Talk to me about some lights that seem to be flickering or going out.
Guys, Green Lantern Lights Out is still going on. This week we have
New Guardians number 24.
There we go. Relic is in the universe, and I'm speechless. He is taking out the Green Lantern Corps. I mean, this is a huge threat that they have been facing, and we apologize for not making this more of an event in our videos, but it is a huge event going on in the DC universe along with other things. But for all of you Green Lantern fans, you need to be on board and you need to see these issues because there's some major changes going on. And I think that this storyline with Relic, I'm not just the biggest Green Lantern fan, but I have been on the edges and seen stuff going on over the years. This seems huge. I mean, this was a huge step for the new creative teams to come in and do after what Jeff Johns did for years. So, guys, get on board. You've got to be checking out what's going on.
And just a little more for that, we have, this is Kyle, the White Lantern, entering into the fray here. And there's some loyalties that are kind of at odds with each other going on. And that's the one thing the Green Lanterns don't need with this. And I think one of the downplay kind of things we did with it was we're looking at, they're saying huge changes. It's never going to be the same. And you're like, yeah, all right, we hear that all the time. And it looks like they're kind of making, they're good on their word with that. So, check that one out. Well, I also want to make a quick announcement here. The other event that's going on that's been kind of hush-hush is the whole Ultimate Universe event. And we have the conclusion to that storyline going on in Hunger #4 this week. And that is going to be, we have the question here, is Galactus going to get to satisfy his belly with this ultimate Earth, or is Rick Jones going to be able to save this Earth? And this is kind of a springboard into the Cataclysm storyline. So the Ultimate Universe does have its own big event going on right now. Cataclysm is going to tell us, does it survive? Do we have fallout that happens here? Everything that goes on in the Ultimate Universe, dead is dead. Yeah. Characters who die, kaput. They don't somehow come back. And so we could have even more characters dying. We could have characters possibly crossing over into the regular 616 universe. Lots of speculation going on out there. Hunger, we have the other issues on the shelf here for it. Issue 4, this is the last one. Cataclysm, it's going to be crazy, wild events. Don't miss out on that. Yeah, and Cataclysm is hitting all of them. You got Cataclysm Ultimates, Cataclysm Ultimate X-Men, huge. So Spider-Man, everything. Yeah, all through there. So guys, another event that probably we should have hyped up a little bit more, but we are now. Because it's really on the verge of going bigger, especially with the Hunger. Guys, Battle of the Atom is continuing this week. We got part 8 with Uncanny X-Men 13. With the last issue, we got to see some revelations that things are not what they appear to be. And one character showed up and looked like the love child between Mystique and Wolverine. That's right. So, guys, this has been a fun series. The second half has gotten even better to me. Of this, I'm liking the future aspect of it, the future team that we're seeing, what's going on with them, the good guys, the bad guys. And let me say,
good stuff.
Jubilee and Shogo have been almost as enjoyable. They feel like they're straight out of Josh Whedon's Astonishing X-Men storyline, just the interaction between the characters. So when you get to see what happens at the end of this story, that is, that X-Men, the X-Men one was just awesome. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. And Shogo and the hamster ball just cracks me up that on that. Stuff. So this one, can't tell you enough. We've had just solid crossover events from these companies here, the big two. And Battle of the Atom, maybe one some of you are like, it's X-Men. Read it. It is so much fun.
Yes, it's a must-have. Are we ready to wrap it up with the last big one?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. And this actually crosses over into our number ones also that are coming out this next week. We have Forever Evil, Rogues Rebellion, number 1 here. This is, of course, as the name kind of reveals, a Forever Evil book. Yep. And DC loves Flash's rogues. They do. And they love to kind of make the rogues rebellious already in their nature. They never hook up with the other groups there. They're always on their own. We don't have a leader. We don't bow to somebody. But things may be so heavy and over their heads that this rogues group may fracture. You may see some who say, you know what, we need to.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be the case. It looks like it could be fun with it.
Yeah.
We'll see. But if you've been picking up any of the Forever Evil Arkham's, or what was it?
Arkham War last week.
Arkham War, which is awesome. The Forever Evil, just main title. They're giving us some crazy heavy stuff with the villains, and people love the villains. So we don't get a year-long villains event with each one of the books, but you're getting a villain event right here.
Yep.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Also, it ties into it. You can tell them a little bit, what we know of.
Yeah. Hey, but before we move on to that next step,
sure.
I witnessed 2 people this past week here in the comic shop looking for Forever Evil Arkham War, and the copies that we had sold out. Now we do have some copies on the shelf, but if you're going to get on board, guys, add it to your pull list because it is a huge event and people are just snatching it up. We do have a couple of copies right now of Arkham War on the shelves. Grab it. Also, on to what Randy was talking about, Justice League of America. What number are we hitting this week?
Number 8.
Number 8. Maybe we will actually get a glimpse, a hint as to what has actually happened to the Justice League, because all the Crime Syndicate is telling us is that we killed them. They're gone. Yeah. They're nowhere. You don't even think about them. They're gone. Is that the case? Will we find out this week with this issue of Justice League America? I don't know. Matt Kent is writing this particular issue. We got artwork by Doug Monkey. Check it out, guys. This more than likely going to be a key issue for what is going on with Forever Evil.
Absolutely. Let's move on. Let's talk about some number ones here. Number ones, new books that are coming out. What do you have that's a new book coming out?
I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention because I enjoyed this character so much in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yes.
We have Star Trek Khan, number 1, hitting the shelves this week.
Oh, that was horrible. We have Star Trek Khan!
We have Star Trek Khan! Number 1 hitting the shelves. It's a 5-issue miniseries, and it is focusing on Khan from Star Trek Into Darkness. This is Khan before the movie. This is his origin. This is how the Admiral found him and their interaction beforehand, and what led Khan to hating the Admiral so much in the movie and the repercussions thereof that we saw in the big blockbuster event. But I loved Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I thought it was fantastic. This should be a great series for you to check out, especially if you love the new Star Trek movie and Khan. Check it out.
Yeah, go ahead and talk to him about the other number 1.
Yes.
I know that's kind of your baby there.
Guys, a couple years ago, we had the series come out, and Wolf from DC stopped. The creator got the rights back to it, and now he's releasing a new miniseries through Dark Horse. We are talking about Bloodhound, Crowbar, Medicine. This is a story about Travis Clevenger, who is basically a 6'6" version of Wolverine without the healing factor.
That's right.
He is
Wolverine doesn't have the healing factor right now.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. But this guy is the guy that the authorities go to help them track down and take care of superpowered beings in this universe. There's not per se heroes, but there are these superpowered beings showing up, doing things, killing people, robbing banks or whatever. He's the guy that has this uncanny ability, maybe. I don't know. It's just his specialty to where he can think like him, track him down, and then he's big enough to take a beating or give one to them if he needs to.
So he's kind of like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Maybe so.
For supervillain.
I think he'd be prettier, though, to be honest with you. But I remember this series back in the day. I really enjoyed it, and Dan Jolly the original creative team is back on board. Dan Jolly writing.
Where in the world has Dan Jolly been? Because he is a phenomenal writer, and I'm glad to see him back with this.
Yeah, we got Leonard Kirk on art, Robin Riggs. I mean, on inking, the same colorist. The team is back with Bloodhound. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. Check it out.
Definitely. I think that's kind of the number ones that are coming out here for us. Let's move into kind of what we're looking forward to. Big titles, big events, big other things going on here. For me, I might have to start off with Guardians of the Galaxy number 7. Now, this isn't exactly an Infinity tie-in, but they're looking at the stuff going on in the with the Infinity events are starting to affect other things in the universe here. You have to love the smooth integration of Angela into the universe here. And she joins the team now.
Right.
She is now part of this group. They are going to have to decide, where do we go next? What are we going to do? Do we get involved with everything that's going on here? They've already said they are wanting to protect Earth. We don't know yet what it is. All I can say is that Brian Michael Bendis, where he can be a little talky with his teen books, has just kept this, can I say it, balls to the wall action, man.
Yeah.
It's been phenomenal with the action. And Sarah Pichelli, I'm going to be sad to see her move on to another title here, but her artwork has just been beautiful.
It is. It's great.
So that's my big number one that I'm looking forward to. That's just one of the recurring titles.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm surprised because we have one of your favorites not debuting, but coming back this week in Hawkeye.
Yes.
Number 13 with Matt Fraction and Francesco Francavilla.
That's right. Although the cover says Aja, so or Aya, or however Aha, or I don't know.
So he's pulling like double time on Afterlife with Archie, and we got some artwork from with Hawkeye. But Hawkeye 13 hits the shelves this week.
Yeah,
continuing the story of the Barton brothers. Whew. We've had a bit of a hiatus in the series.
This
back.
is the favorite Marvel book that comes out whenever it feels like coming out.
Whenever it feels like it's the indie Marvel book. Huh?
Yeah.
that tells the story right there. But with the last issue, we had Clint Barton's brother show up, and I was like, I haven't been I don't know if I've ever seen him before, but I'm like, really? Wow, I like this guy.
He was part of the Thunderbolts Dark Avengers.
Okay.
And he's basically an evil version of Hawkeye. With a chip on his shoulder, killing and all this stuff, and this mantle should be mine. And so to see him kind of, bro hugging it out there at the end was a little strange. So we'll see. Can the guys survive each other or work together? What's going to be this relationship with the two brothers? But you have, two kind of broken guys right now who are, needing something in their lives. And I guess, family is what they need.
I'd either put them together or break them apart even more.
Yeah.
What else for you, bro?
We have Batman and Two-Face, number 24 here, coming out. And this is going to be a 5-issue story arc with Two-Face. This is his first major. I think he's made appearances here and there, and he had his Villains Month book, but this is his first major DC New 52 story to be in. And with this one, of course, we have the awesome Peter Tomasi telling the story. We have the incomparable, Patrick Gleason doing the art on this book, and we have the cult favorite, Carrie Kelly in this story here. She is just not going away. DC is using her, and we find out that there's some connection between her and Harvey Dent. Okay. So there's more to this character than what they first let on, that she's a tutor. So I like it, and Tomasi always tells solid stories. So
quick aside, speaking of Tomasi, Peter Tomasi, the writer of Batman, the Batman and Robin, Batman and whatever, he's writing the Forever Evil Arkham War. So if you like that, he's a perfect fit to be dealing with the villains of Gotham City. So like I said, we got copies on the shelf. Check it out.
His Bane is awesome. That's all I'm going to say.
Guys, another one that we have been enjoying from Image Comics, Sheltered, number 4 hits the shelves this week. And I have so appreciated the tension that we are getting with this series, with these young kids trying to be adults in a pre-apocalyptic world, thinking that they had the answers to everything, and now they're just trying to survive. And this is before anything has even happened worldwide yet.
If anything will happen.
If anything will happen. So I'm really digging this. It seems like it's been a while since I've seen an issue of Sheltered, but
it may be a few weeks late.
Yeah, but still, I'm on board. Check it out, guys. This has been a very interesting, suspenseful, intense series as far as I'm concerned, and I highly recommend you check it out.
Yeah. Superior Spider-Man number 19 comes out. This is a big issue. Do not miss it. There are going to be some event occurs in this issue that changes everything, and we don't know if it changes, if it's the Superior Spider-Man. We don't know if it's 2099 Spider-Man. We don't know who it is that makes this happen, that causes this. But Dan Slott and Marvel have pumped this book up considerably, and so this is one of those where you need to read this if you want to see what's going on. I don't know if it's going to be Peter Parker that we're talking about. I don't know what the deal is, but something happens here. You need to read it.
Yes. Guys, I only have one more to cover. You got a couple more to cover?
I've got a couple more, but I know how to go fast.
You know how to go? First issue that debuted here recently from Image Zero. Zero number 2 hits the shelf this week, and I was especially intrigued with issue number 1. I like what the writer is doing with this series, especially with the fact that we're having different artists for each of the issues. First issue with this main character who's this spy sent in to retrieve high-tech equipment for the secret agency he's working for was pretty tense. It was pretty tense, and I'm liking the storytelling that they're doing so far. It takes place in the future, but the flashbacks are like today or like a couple years from now because it's taking place in the future. I like that. The first issue hooked me. I'm going to check it out. You should be checking it out as well.
Definitely. All right,
Rapid Randy.
We have 100 Bullets, Brother Lono number 5. And this is one of those where people are starting to notice that Brother Lono looks a little bit weak here. He's not the same tough guy that he used to be. And there's a traitor in the midst. Among them, if he finds out, is this going to be the thing that snaps him awake, that brings out the beast inside him? I don't know. Because we've seen some instances that almost did it. This could be the one. Yeah. That's one of the good ones there. We also have Fables, number 134 coming out. This is an intermission issue. If that came out correctly, then hey, it didn't sound like it to me. But intermission issue.
Yeah.
We are taking a break from the Camelot story. We're going to take a look at kind of what the afterlife looks like here, and it's going to feature 2 of your favorite Fables characters. I won't give away who those 2 favorite characters are, but you're going to squeal with delight when you see. And I'm not a guy that squeals, so, unless there's a spider. Finally, Wonder Woman number 24 comes out here.
Yeah.
Why is this big? Because Wonder Woman has had some huge changes in her life. Changes like, suddenly she's the new god of war.
Oh.
Yeah. So this issue is going to take a look and say, does she embrace this? Does she become this new god? Or does she rebel against that? Because this Wonder Woman has been anything but your typical, I'm going to follow along with what mythology says, this, that. She makes her own path here. So I'm excited to see that. And this is, again, one of the best new 52 books out there.
Very cool.
There you go. Rapid.
Hey, speaking of Wonder Woman to wrap it up with, Superman Wonder Woman just came out. Copies are on the shelf. Pick it up.
Yeah, Charles Soule. Big name.
Yeah.
He's very busy these days.
I saw him interview with 6 titles right now, monthly.
No, it was like, well, this, I think he had like 7 or 8.
That's crazy. The guy's like a writing machine.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, tons of stuff. Get on board the big events. The Forever Evil stuff is flying off the shelf. Guys, you got to be on board. Infinity, Battle of the Atom, Lights Out, you Green Lantern fans. Tons of stuff. And tons of, and several number 1s hitting the shelves too that you should be checking out. And don't forget, guys, the mega sale at the end of the month.
Sale.
Do what Randy said. Make your list. Come in prepared.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just going to be mad at yourself and then taking it out on the cat and whatever else at home. Just don't do that. Just be prepared, okay?
Not the cat.
Not the cat. Guys, he's Randy. I'm Chris. We are at ExcaliburCCG.com. We are located here in Shreveport, Louisiana. And we have our Texarkana store where the mega sale will be going on there as well. And guys, thanks for watching. Leave us a comment. We love talking to you about what you're getting, what you're enjoying. Please share when you get a moment. Like, thumbs up. All that fancy stuff they do with social media nowadays.
That's right.
Guys, we really appreciate it. Until next time, anything else to add, sir?
I'm going to go find a planet to eat. I'm hungry.
You're hungry. He's eating. Take care, guys.
Ciao.